Welcome, gods and goddesses. It's your girl, Akasha, the energetic alchemist. I say. And I'm here to do a past life reading for Leo. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and Venus. Also, I would like to remind people that I will be having a free reading giveaway. And in order to enter the giveaway, you need to like, comment, and subscribe to enter. I will be choosing from the Soul Tribe 3 lucky winners to receive a free reading. Also, if you would like to book a personal reading, my information is in the description box. And again, this is a past life reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So I already got an interesting story. I pre-pulled some cards, I say. So let me do some cleansing and take this time to thank the ancestors, known and unknown, for the things they have done, are doing, and will do in our future, seen and unseen. I say. Ashe, I say. Ashe. Okay, so I had already pre-pulled some cards, and I want to show you what I got. And the first card I got was authority figures. So in this past life, someone had a position of rank, like a king, a knight, a warrior, I believe, or like a government official, someone who made decisions for the masses, some kind of leader. I also got trust and faith. So it could have been some kind of religious leader, maybe a spiritualist, a healer, right? Then I got, and the reason why I say that, could have been some kind of a medicine man or a herbal, a witch doctor or something, because they also connected with the Kundalini and also with health. All right, so somebody who apparently did healing work. It could be any kind of healer, right? And then I got wars and battles. So some kind of war broke out, and my spirit team is telling me for a certain amount of the collective, because this won't apply to everyone. It's just, I'm just have to pick up certain energies that I'm being called to. I'm a medium. I get messages from spirit. The spirit is telling me that the message I'm getting is that these wars and battles probably has something to do with the Christian Crusades, or Islam, trying to, when religion began to take over and there were wars fought, and the targets became these shamans and these witch doctors and spiritualists, which these talents and abilities are usually passed down through bloodline and so forth. It's a divine calling or a divine gift. And so, trust and faith. So when these wars and things broke out, it gave the spiritualists, excuse me, I'm getting another message. I was just looking at the wars and battles again, and you can see the Confederate flag there. So it could have to do with slavery, okay? Okay, and that's another storyline. But anyway, um, these wars and these conflicts gave the viewer phobias during that time. Phobias about their spiritual gifts. Phobias about exposing who they really are, because in those days they were prosecuting witch doctors, high priestesses, priests, babas, brujas, witches, warlocks, voodoo, hoodoo, any whatever was not an alignment with organized religion. They were being murdered, slaughtered, even the Gnostics, and so forth. And so this brought phobias in, really tapping into your bloodline and the gifts that the Most High and the universe blessed you with, right? And then we got lessons and blessings. So I believe I'm going to clarify a few of these, but the message I'm getting is that these phobias have been carried on either through your bloodline, through generational curses, because of what happened during these war, battles, and conflict, that they had to hide who they were, they hide their gifts. And so the gifts weren't probably properly tapped into. They were hidden and denied. And even to this day, you might be afraid to tap into your natural psychic abilities or your manifesting abilities. These are blockages that came about through generationally. It's not even just something you acquired in this lifetime, because we're talking about past lives, right? So ancestors, thank you for these beautiful past life messages. These are coming out of the Akashic records, as I am gifted to be able to receive messages. And when I meditate, my spirit team, sometimes they let me peek into the Akashic records. I've been doing that since I was born. Because I was born with certain gifts in my bloodline. So, ancestors. Oh, excuse me. Knocking everything over. Ancestors, clarify the authority figure, please. Okay. Adjudication. So this was somebody that made decisions. A judge. Okay, so adjudication, an authority figure that, again, could have been a priest, high priestess, a baba, somebody with authority, though. Can you clarify wars and battles? Clarify wars and battles. Clarify wars and battles, ancestors. Clarify wars and battles. Clarify wars and battles. Please give us messages for our highest good, for healing. Clarify. Ashe, thank you. Okay, so I asked to clarify wars and battles. I got journey, and then I got distant horizons. Now the thing about this distant horizon card, which is a 3 and a 6, you add them together, you get what? 9. Okay, 9 months, 9 planets born. I also see that ship reminds me of a slave ship, especially even you see the anchor, but it's something about those chains. So yeah, this particular collective, the wars, the battles, the journey is connected to slavery. And you know that as the slaves came, they could not, they were not permitted to practice any of their traditional spiritualities. So you got to ask yourself, what happened to the Egyptian scribes and the people, the Egyptian priests and the alchemists and the people, you know, that had these talents and gifts handed down through the universe through bloodlines. What happened to them? Don't they still exist? The bloodline is still there. Ancestors, clarify phobias. Clarify phobias. I love this reading, ancestors. Thank you for these messages. Give us messages for the highest good so we can heal these phobias, these blockages. Ashe, I said. This makes sense. Phobia, when I clarified phobia, I got great fortune. Great fortune. So this ancestors are telling me is because of this slavery that there is a generational curse of lack mentality or poverty. And that's understandable because slavery was definitely traumatic. And the people had to survive on almost nothing and didn't know what the next meal or so was going to come from, or didn't know, if they were going to, make it through the day or fall out, or what was going to happen. So these traumas created generational blockages, generational curses, meaning if your parents are afraid of something, as a child, they program you to also fear it. Even if you haven't experienced it, you have a fear of it. So it's very important to work on these phobias, to work on these phobias and think abundantly, to break these generational curses, lessons and blessings at the same time, right? Trust and faith. Trust and faith. I think I'm talking to somebody who is brought here to break generational curses this generation. Let's see. Clarify lessons and blessings, ancestors. 3 and 4 is 7. I got occupation. Yeah, see? And that's the lesson and the blessing. The lesson is and the blessing is that not necessarily through working for somebody else, but 7 is creation, right? The earth was so-called, if you believe that, created in 7 days. I'm just looking at the numerology and the symbolism of it. So 7 days would be what? A cycle or a completion. And it would be creativity because it was created. It was what? Created in 7 days. Okay, so entrepreneurship is some kind of occupation or some kind of business to create that will bring this great fortune because you're healing phobias from past lives, from battles, wars, and slavery. Right? Okay, and ancestors, one more. Two more. Clarify health. Clarify health, ancestors. Clarify health. Give us a clear message to help us remove these blockages, ancestors. Come on. Clarify health. All right, with health you got, it just reiterates what I said. I got poverty, lack mentality, and then I got gift. Gift, which was related to trust and faith. It's also related to health, healing, these phobias, right? Healing these phobias, learning the lesson and getting the blessing, and creating. Man, so you can get to this. The great fortune. The great fortune. Okay. Okay, and it was another card. I'm pulling the cards up. Trust and faith, ancestors. Clarify trust and faith. Can you clarify trust and faith? Clarify. Break that curse. It says despair. 5, change. 5 is change. 5 is change. It's evolving. Okay? Have trust and faith. You can do this. So I'm talking to a powerful collective here. Looks like you're a generational curse breaker. Congratulations. I know it's not easy, but stick around, soul family, because that's what this community is for. People like you and me. You know, as I am also carrying the same burden. And I know it's not easy. One thing we have to keep in mind, and this is something that the ancestors brought to me during meditation when I was in need, when they was showing me Akashic records and so forth. One thing they told me, they said, when you're an old soul, because see, if you're here breaking generational curses, you're obviously an old soul. And it's your spiritual contract to come back and do so. And they wouldn't send anybody weak that wouldn't make it. Because 7 generations behind and 7 generations forward will be healed. Will be healed because you're breaking these curses, right? So they would elect to get the person that they believe is strong enough to do it. Now, one thing about it is, when you've mastered certain things in past lives because you're an old soul, a star seed, etc., a galactic being, when you come, you review or get tested on the things you've already passed. For instance, let me give you an example I like to use. When you're in kindergarten, right? When you graduate kindergarten and you go to the 1st grade, you don't just jump in and start doing 1st grade work. The first thing you're going to do is do a review of what you learned in kindergarten, correct? Yeah, they're going to remind you of what you did in kindergarten. Then they're going to pick up and add on and carry you further. And then you graduate to the 2nd grade. And guess what? They're going to do the same thing. You're going to review the 1st grade first before you start the 2nd grade work. And then you progress. Well, as above, so below, family. And it's the same way here. So a lot of us that have suffered or have had traumatic experiences in childhood, growing up, or, past lovers or what have you. These are, some of those are lessons that you've already mastered in a past life, and you had to do your review so that you can ascend higher. And this is what we're here to do, soul family and soul tribe. We're going to ascend higher. Stay tuned. Stay blessed. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out. 1.